Hong Kong Peninsula Hotel, 1972. Bruce Lee walks through the lobby, dressed in a sharp gray suit, black tie, and polished shoes that catch the overhead lights. His meeting with film executives has just ended. 3 more movies on the table, everything on good terms. He glances at his watch, 8:47 p.m. Time to head up to the 18th floor and rest. The elevator bank is ahead. Marble floors, brass fixtures. He presses the up button, which glows orange. Alone, he adjusts his cufflinks, a habit when thinking. One link is a bit loose. He fixes it. Ding! The elevator doors slide open. The interior is mirrored and empty. Bruce steps inside. The space is small, maybe 2 meters by 2 meters, practical and efficient. He presses 18. The doors start closing, but he holds them. A large hand blocks the door. Sensors trigger. The doors reopen. 3 men step in. The first is massive, 6'4", 240 pounds, built like a heavyweight boxer with a cauliflower ear and a broken nose. His hands look like sledgehammers. The second is stocky, 5'11", broad-shouldered, shaped like a wrestler even when still, in his late 20s or early 30s, jeans, leather jacket, smelling faintly of beer. The elevator fills. Bruce moves to the back corner. The doors close, and the space suddenly feels smaller. The boxer glares at him, recognition flickering. "You're Bruce Lee," he says in a rough American accent, maybe Sacramento or Oakland. Bruce nods politely. The boxer smirks and elbows the wrestler. "Boys, we got a celebrity." The other 2 glance at Bruce and smirk as well. Bruce remains calm, alert. "I'm Tommy," the boxer says, tapping his chest. "Pro boxer."
Tommy points at the wrestler. "This is Rick." Then he points at the kickboxer. "And that's Danny." Bruce nods politely. "Bruce, nice to meet you." He presses the 18 button again, already lit. He just wants this over. Get to his room, get some sleep. The floor indicator ticks up. 3, 4. Tommy steps closer, invading Bruce's space. His breath smells like beer. "You really fight or just movie fighting?" "I train, yes," Bruce replies calmly. Tommy laughs, a deep mocking sound. "Train, that's cute." Rick and Danny join in, laughing. The elevator feels smaller, tighter. 6, 7, 8. Tommy leans in, pointing a finger near Bruce's face. "You know what they say about your style, Wing Chun, right? Only works up close. But you're small. What are you, 5'7"? Bruce's jaw tightens. 5'8". Tommy grins. "Right, 5'8", 130 soaking wet. Rick, he's tiny." Bruce keeps his hands loose at his sides, ready but relaxed. Fingers loose. 9, 10, 11. Tommy leans even closer. "I've fought Asians before. Quick little guys, but no power. All that speed won't matter against a real puncher." Bruce stays calm, trying to diffuse it. "We'll never know," he thinks. Tommy's smile fades, serious now. "We could find out right here, right now." Rick and Danny shift, excited, nudging him. "Do it, Danny. Do it, Tommy." 12, 13, 14. Tommy reaches past Bruce and slams the stop button. The red emergency light flashes. The elevator jerks and halts between floors. The lights flicker once, then settle. The alarm doesn't sound. Tommy must have canceled it. He grabs the emergency phone and rips it off the panel, tossing it to the floor. Bruce watches, calculating. Tommy turns back, cracking his knuckles. Pop, pop, pop. Rick moves behind Bruce, blocking the panel. Danny shifts to the left, cutting off angles. Tommy is dead ahead, taking most of the remaining space. Bruce is pressed into the corner, trapped. The fluorescent lights hum, flicker slightly. Tommy spreads his arms, grinning. "Here's the thing, little man," he says, emphasizing little. "Boxers like me need space, a ring, room to move." He bounces lightly on the balls of his feet, testing distance. "You need what? Closeness, that Wing Chun. 2 meters? Can't really move, can't use that speed. Now nowhere to run, little man." Rick and Danny laugh. Tommy steps forward. "So what are you gonna do?" Bruce surveys all three, eyes moving. Tommy, Rick, Danny, back to Tommy. He stays silent, breathing slow and controlled through his nose. He is cornered, 2 square meters, 3 men surrounding him, no escape. Perfect. 5 seconds of silence. Tommy waits, expecting panic, but Bruce stands still, breathing steady. In, out. Eyes sharp, calm. Tommy grows impatient. "What, scared?" "No," Bruce says quietly, calm but dangerous. "Just deciding which of you goes first." Tommy's cocky grin drops. He throws a jab, a classic boxer's test. Bruce doesn't duck or block. He steps inside the punch, closing the angle. The jab passes over his left shoulder, missing by inches, wind brushing his ear. Now he's inside Tommy's reach, perfect Wing Chun range. Bruce's left hand slaps down on Tommy's extended arm, controlling it. His right hand strikes the jaw. Pop! Tommy's head snaps back, hitting the mirrored wall. The glass shakes but doesn't break. Tommy is stunned, eyes unfocused. The whole exchange takes just over a second. Rick and Danny are shocked. They barely see what happened. Bruce doesn't stop. Wing Chun principle. Attack until the threat is neutralized. Chain punches, rapid fire, mechanical, precise. Bridge of nose, cartilage crunches, blood begins. Left cheekbone, instant swelling. Right temple, Tommy's eyes roll back. Solar plexus, air escapes in a whoosh. Tommy's guard can't keep up. Boxing is designed for longer range, not this close. This is Wing Chun range, the style designed for tight spaces. This elevator is perfect. Tommy slumps against the wall, defeated.
Bruce unclenches his hands, fingers relaxing. The danger is over. Danny sits on the floor, staring up at him, eyes wide. "Jesus, you really are—" His voice shakes, barely a whisper, trailing off. Bruce says nothing, silent, waiting. Danny continues, voice quivering. "We're sorry, okay? We're sorry. Tommy was drunk, we all were. Stupid, so stupid." Bruce nods slightly, not angry, just calm, stating facts, like noting the weather. Danny hesitates. "Bruce, are you going to—" His words falter. Bruce glances at Rick, knee destroyed, whimpering. He looks at Tommy, face bleeding, semi-conscious, then back to Danny. "You've been punished enough." Danny exhales in relief. "Thank you, Bruce." "Don't thank me," Bruce says quietly. "Thank your hospital." He steps toward the elevator panel. The stop button is still pressed, red light glowing. The emergency phone cord lies on the floor, ripped out, useless. Bruce moves carefully over Rick's leg. Rick whimpers louder with every step. Bruce presses the stop button again, toggling it off. The elevator jerks and starts moving, floor by floor, 15, 16, 17. Rick groans with every vibration, knee agony sharp. Tommy's head lolls to the side, eyes half closed, blood on his chin. Danny sits up cautiously, touching the back of his head, fingers clean, lucky. Bruce straightens his tie, loose from the bear hug. Rick's grip had pulled it sideways. He smooths the collar and wrinkles in his jacket. Professional, composed, calm. Floor 17, 18. The doors open. Bruce steps forward. This is his floor. He doesn't look back. Danny calls out, hesitant. "Wait, what do we tell the hotel?" Bruce pauses in the doorway, doors trying to close, sensors keep them open. "Tell them you fell, all three of you. Elevator floor slippery. It happens." Danny frowns. They won't believe that. Bruce turns, calm, factual, not angry. Or tell them Bruce Lee defended himself. See which story keeps you out of jail for assault. Danny goes quiet, understanding. Bruce nods subtly, as expected. He steps into the hallway. The doors close behind him. Rick's whimpering fades slowly, replaced by silence. The elevator descends, presumably heading for the lobby. Bruce is alone. 18th floor, red carpet, deep pile, gold sconces, warm light, quiet, peaceful, as if nothing had happened. He walks toward room 11823, composed, calm, every step measured, like nothing could touch him. Bruce reaches into his pocket and finds the key card. Hands steady, no shaking yet. Adrenaline hasn't fully crashed. At the door, he slides the card. Green light clicks. He opens the door, steps inside, and closes it behind him. The chain lock slides into place. He stands still, breathing, letting the quiet settle. He walks to the bathroom, eyes on the mirror above the sink. One hair falls across his forehead. He fixes it, examines his suit. Jacket wrinkled from the bear hug, Rick's grip visible in the fabric. Pants fine, shoes fine, tie slightly skewed. He straightens it. Jacket comes off, hung neatly on the chair back. Tie draped over the armrest. Collar unbuttoned, first two buttons undone. Breathing easier. He sits on the edge of the bed, finally letting his guard down. His hands shake slightly as the adrenaline fades, body processing the tension. He inhales deeply through the nose, counts 4. Exhales through the mouth, counts 4. Repeats. Shaking eases. Nowhere to run, nowhere to fight. A faint, bitter smile touches his lips. He didn't need to. In that elevator, 3 men learned what countless others had. Bruce Lee didn't need space. He made the space work for him. Next morning, Bruce sits calmly in the hotel restaurant, reading the newspaper and sipping tea. A waiter approaches, nervous. "Mr. Lee, everything okay last night?" Bruce looks up, relaxed. "Fine. Why?" The waiter hesitates. 3 men, taken to hospital from the hotel. Injuries. Bruce pauses, nods, expression neutral. Elevator accident. Elevators can be dangerous. He sips his tea and returns to the newspaper. "Yes, very dangerous," the waiter mutters, walking away, choosing not to press further. 1 week later, Los Angeles. Bruce stands at the front of his school, teaching. A student sits, attentive, calm, composed, ready to guide the next generation. Bruce Lee stands at the front of his school, teaching a new student in the back, Danny, the kickboxer from Hong Kong. Danny flew all the way to learn, and today Bruce shares a story, a lesson in strategy, space, and adaptation. Tommy said boxers need space. He was right, Bruce begins, walking while talking, hands gesturing. Muhammad Ali needs a ring, room to move, dance, jab from a distance. Take that away and he's less effective. But traditional kung fu was designed for close quarters. He walks to the wall, standing inches from it, back touching the surface. Wing Chun was created in Guangzhou, in a crowded city, narrow streets, taught in tiny apartments. Students lived in the same room, sometimes 4 people in one space. No room for high kicks, no room for wide movements. So Wing Chun became efficient, direct, economical. Every move counts. Students nod, some from Hong Kong, they understand.
A few laugh knowingly. Bruce glances at Danny. All right, try throwing your Muay Thai kicks in this corner. Danny tries, but can't. The wall is right behind him. Now punch, boxing style. He tries, but can't generate power. No room to wind up. Now watch Wing Chun. Bruce demonstrates. Trapping hands, chain punches, straight blasts. Every technique works perfectly, even in the tight space. See this? Phone booth range, elevator range, where most strikers struggle, where Wing Chun thrives. Danny smiles, nodding. I learned that the hard way. Class laughs. Danny is a good sport about it. Decades later, MMA analysts explain the same principle. On a UFC broadcast, Joe Rogan says, "You know who understood distance management first? Bruce Lee." Bruce fought 3 men in 2 square meters, smaller than an octagon, way smaller than a boxing ring, and he dominated. Why? Because he trained specifically for that range. Modern fighters now train all ranges, long, mid, close, clinch, ground. Bruce figured it out in the 1970s when most fighters stuck to one style. In a 1990s interview, Tommy, the boxer from that night, recalls, "Yeah, I was that guy in the elevator, thought I had him trapped." He laughs bitterly. No humor in it. He didn't need to run, I needed to run. Learned that night. Styles don't matter as much as people think. Space doesn't matter. What matters? Who adapts faster? I was in my element. No, pause. I was in his element. I just didn't know it yet. Bruce's words echo philosophy, not just technique. People ask, what's the best martial art? Wrong question. The right question is, what's the best martial art for this situation? In the ring, boxing works, plenty of space. In a phone booth, Wing Chun works, no space needed. On the ground, Jiu-Jitsu works. Position matters. Adaptation matters. That is true martial skill. Style alone isn't enough.
Bruce taught a simple principle. Use what works, where it works. Adapt. In a different interview, he said, "Be like water." People often think that's spiritual, abstract, but it's practical. Water in a wide river spreads gently. Water in a narrow pipe gains pressure, becomes forceful. That elevator? A narrow pipe. Bruce increased the pressure. Tommy wanted a wide river, a space to move, to operate. He got a narrow pipe instead. He couldn't adapt. Bruce could. That was the difference between technique and principle. Technique is rigid, one way, one range. Principle is water, formless, shapeless, fitting any container. Tommy was right about one thing. There was nowhere to run. But he misunderstood what that meant. For Tommy, nowhere to run meant trapped, cornered, limited. For Bruce, nowhere to run meant no hiding, no dancing, no escaping, just pure technique, efficient, devastating, executed perfectly in 2 meters of space. Bruce Lee proved what he had always been teaching. The best fighter isn't the biggest. It isn't the one with the most space. The best fighter is the one who makes the space work for him. And in that elevator, the space worked perfectly.